Like what?
My
Hey,
iPhone,
they
my
can.
iPhone just have flawless quality.
Dog, they
So
can.
like it
They,
literally picking up everything now.
they can hear.
Like you could hear my
Oh, that's
heartbeat.
all.
You know,
Oh,
let me move thing quickly.
dog, you could
They can
hear
hear us
the
now.
blood in my veins, dog. Alright, that's the kind of headphones I have right now.
Ari, we live right now. They can hear the stream can hear us right now.
Alright,
So, Trevor, can you introduce? Oh shit,
Wow.
introduce introduce yourself.
Let
Introduce
me
yourself.
introduce you while I ask you to introduce yourself. Yep.
alright. My name is Trevon the Great, the legend, the man, the myth, monster, the beast, the rapper, but I'm not a rapper. I'm super hot fire though. Um,
These guys.
I'm an analyst. I'm a writer. I'm a preacher. I'm a speaker,
Hence his name, the
but
preacher.
not a monitor. Yeah, my name is literally the preacher. Yeah.
Ari,
Um,
the man just dropping bars like we in jail, we in body like.
facts.
What? What?
No, you
Yeah,
can
okay.
now just dropping bars there like, bro.
Bro, my intro ain't done, bro. Alright.
Ari, welcome to the podcast about the deep experience. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the preacher's idea. Doesn't mind. May say so. How's your week, guys? How did this week go for you?
Dog, my week was lit, dog.
May say why you partying, man.
Dog,
No, because when I hear lit,
bro,
you understand?
whoa.
You understand?
I need party to be lit, bro. I just need lights.
I
You
understand.
get it? No one really coming.
Nah.
No one really conversation.
Harry boss. What was so lit about this week?
What?
What was so lit about your week this week?
Dog, my week was trash, bro. I just hype right now.
But
You know,
why are you so high? Why is it that you're so hype right now?
Because he made it to
because
the end of another week and another one starting.
Harry?
I just need time to unwind, G, and
Yeah.
just yeah.
I check what you're saying. I know earlier you were pulling up your cereal and thing, you know.
Yeah, I still have that there, man.
Dog is
About
12.
to eat it.
You eating cereal at
Man,
12 o'clock?
no. He's starting the day off right.
Exactly.
With cereal?
Breakfast, the most important meal of the
No,
day.
but that is
Come
at
on
like
now.
no, but that is like at 6 a.m., bro. Like you cannot not
No,
doing
no, no.
that.
So
Bro,
what if he wants to
you don't
start
know
his day
about my
now?
timeline, bro.
I don't understand you. Wow. It's cramping on the man's time. I want to start his day at 12.
My
Let him
life
start his
is my
day.
own time zone, bro.
Harry, bro, you sound like you
Which
live
is,
in a parallel university.
Nah, that man just in
yo,
England. Do say it.
No, yeah, he said okay, no. Well, yeah, time zone.
dog, I my own brain, dog. Call me Wakanda, dog. Alright?
What?
I am my own city, G.
I will go just speed bars. I suspect everything that one go say is about.
Yeah, dog. Every single thing I will say is about. Serious. Call me a lawyer.
What?
You know, like lawyers. Yeah, because lawyers like
Take
they
you
have
to
to
the
go
bar.
to bars. Yeah, G.
I actually just got down.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can't use alcohol, G, because you know, like you know,
nah.
I
you
don't think.
just
We support them vibe.
yeah.
Oh look, Mr. Frost just reached.
Ooh,
Welcome.
is the frosty trash.
Oh shit! Just now, let me try and fix up the. But yeah, how's your week, Brandon? We were just talking about how our weeks were.
My
But
Ariel,
week
Trevor
was
was.
unnecessarily long.
that's what she said. Alright, no man.
What?
Why was it so long? Why was it? Why was it so long? Like you had a long day at work, a hard day at work. Like
No,
what's
I
going
had a
on?
long week
Friday
at
didn't
work.
want to come.
Dog, I find this week pass super
I
fast.
don't, this week took too long to pass.
Why? Well, probably as you go in.
It felt kind of long, to be honest.
What do you mean? It wasn't that long, guys. Come on.
It felt kind of long. Like I thought it was Thursday and it was still Monday, bro. So like, yeah, it took a little bit long in my head.
Harry. So how about you? How's it with Mr. Trail? How's
Yeah, I
it?
didn't die.
Harry, fair play.
Sure.
This week, I know they confirmed the thing about Corona. I don't know if you all saw that.
Which thing? Because I have a
They
lot of things people
no,
saying
like
about Corona.
they confirmed that it's not here.
Huh?
What
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that though? Like that was actually kind of scary.
They confirmed that it's not what?
I beg your pardon. They confirmed that it's not on island. There's no. You didn't hear
Oh,
about
okay. Well,
the
yeah.
patients and thing.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah.
And then today in one of my WhatsApp groups, I think like half an hour difference, one person sends confirmed 7 cases in Guyana. Like half an hour later, there are no cases in Guyana. So like I feel the whole world just freaking out, and everybody that's sick and cough and maybe have a fever because they have a normal flu, the world freaking out. Oh, you have corona.
Okay. You
So
think
like yeah, we are kind of in that stage where the world just freaking out about everything,
you think they
making so much of a big deal out of. Yes, it is a big deal, but they kind of like blowing it up more than it.
you think they're blowing it out of
It's a
proportion?
it's fear factor.
Okay. I see.
Because I mean, everybody's afraid, so everybody's freaking out,
Mm-hmm.
and mass hysteria is a thing.
Was it Massy? What you said this? Massy stereo?
Mass hysteria,
Oh, mass
bunch of people being
hysteria. Okay.
a large group of people being afraid about something basically makes you do dumb shit.
Okay.
The internet's version of what's it? Crowd mentality.
Okay, fair play. What about the we went to Brandon and Trev there? The fellas just died. The fellas just
Silent.
silently. But yeah, dog. Like I don't know. Like you see, when I heard news that it was on island, I was kind of freaking out, dog. Yeah, I'm not lying to tell you. Like I wasn't freaking out, but I was shook.
I mean, they have somebody made an entire was it a Twitter for the
Oh,
coronavirus?
I saw.
That was funny, bro.
I thought that was funny though. That was funny.
That was ridiculous. Yo, what
That was
758
funny.
bro?
Trev.
Alright.
Missy Irish. Hogwan. Sack of it. That was it. I can't remember the tweet though.
Now you see the thing, like to me when you're educated, them kind of things could be funny, right? Because you can understand the you understand the humor in it. They might not laughing at nobody deaf. You're not laughing at how it messing up the world right now and how sick people are for sure. They might making fun of the fact that if Corona had to be solution, that is how you go pull up. You check it. So the same way they started a Twitter thing with like this storm, like when Matthew had passed. Oh, not Matthew, I think Maria. Yeah, so it's not like they're making a. Oh, right, Harvey. It was Harvey. So it's not like they're making fun of like the ordeal. You check it, right? They just trying to show you like, yeah, that's how Lucian go express. Them pulling up on the scene like, yeah, me say I now was it right?
But
You check. So I think people just.
I don't know, dog. You have to consider.
Bro, I like a double echo there.
Yeah, me too. I need. But you have to you have to
Who listening to the podcast? And on the I mean, that's a brand.
Oh, why is me?
Don't
Listen,
have a bad echo day.
And you assume it's me. Wow, bro, y'all just
No, dog, but
that's crazy.
you're rocking an S9 now, so you check it.
Okay, S6.
Wait, Ari, so you're really going to expose my phone on the
You
podcast?
just wow, and you just said mine. What's
No,
wrong
but
with you?
S9 is not bad, but the whole of 7 should not have to now have a S6 though.
The whole of Sinner didn't know. So I had a S9 either. So
No,
what's
but
up,
an S9 is a decent phone though.
bro? If you want to see me in the streets, it can happen,
That's
bro. It's
streets,
hands.
bro. Now you see that, guys.
Wow.
Observe
Wow.
what just happened. This is a Bokash guy challenging me.
Again, listen.
Bro, that's
challenging
crazy.
me.
Like
No,
you
he's
Every
trying.
night.
they
No,
guys all
Every podcast, bro. Wow.
bro, listen. You can't bring up Degazogo because your goons robbed some lady on a bus. So
yeah, though, but like they're afraid to bring out the guys all crimes because they know the news station gonna get
what?
shut up, dog.
Dog, what are you talking about, bro?
Don't you
Bro,
ever hear
listen.
crimes in the Gaza?
There's no
Dog, even the
crime.
news reporters afraid for their lives, so
They have no
bro,
crime in Degazo.
please.
Degazo is like one of the most peaceful places in Sinoship. That they like Captain
Bro,
State.
please. Last time I came to your house, your sister held a gun to my head. What are you talking about?
Sorry, boss.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
man. But you
guys.
go. I know you go always rep the set. I know you go always rep. You check it. You always stand up for your gang.
Wow.
Understand?
One
We
gun.
come so far talking about Corona to Bukash, right?
But the man not challenged me in the
Honestly, man.
streets, bro. So you know I had to rep
Wow.
Degazo.
But I know that's where you're most comfortable, dog.
Dog, change that shit to the trash
I'm
experience.
myself. Real, man.
Serious.
But I know as Thing mentioned it. I know Trev was talking about relationships.
Yeah, boy. Wait, just guys, what does deafen do?
What is what? Deafen?
The option deafen.
I think that it's deafened.
So I don't think we can hear you if you definitely. You can hear us.
I think if you deafen us, you won't hear us. Or I've never tried before.
Oh, okay, I understand. I check. I understand. Cool.
Yeah.
When you deafen, I can't hear you all. When I mute, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all realize only when Trevor talking there's no echo.
Yeah, we figured it out.
But y'all come
I'm the what?
It's cool.
Trevor is a echo.
Oh, really? Is it my Wi-Fi that's trash?
No,
Nah,
Trevor just
probably listening on the speaker.
No, I'm using my headphones.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's
gonna be right.
crazy.
What? So what are you listening now?
Headphones.
I just wanted to say Drake is a simp.
You want to say that what? Drake is a simp?
He's a simp.
What?
Going back there again.
A simp.
Wow.
You know what a simp is?
No.
A simp. Alright.
No, I don't.
Brandon, can I explain what a simp is to Mr.
Can I ask on somebody tell me like that is a white knight? Like wow, that helps so much, boy.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know what a white knight is?
No, well, no shit, bro. I don't know what that is.
Very boss. Brandon, please explain.
Joe, I have a question.
Nah, bro, you got your.
What happens if you lose the headphones?
What happens when I what?
If you lose the headphones.
Like if I
Take them out.
disconnect it from the phone.
Yeah.
And put on speaker.
Or just talk like a normal person.
But I will.
Oh, you will. Bro, let's go. This is a phone call.
Alright, we will see. Let's see.
Yeah, so you explain to him, Brandon?
You better now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's actually better now.
Yeah, no echo.
Yeah, no echo.
Although it sound like you talking from me, cool, but yeah.
So, what is that supposed to mean, dog? Somebody talking like from me, cool. There are only enough men that has make them kind of jokes. Fuck.
Hey, I mean, I just saying what I heard, bro. That's all. That's all.
So, okay, Daryl, what is a simp?
How are you not again, yeah? I don't remember.
No, but Trevor don't know. So,
I honestly don't remember. I remember we having this conversation, but I do not remember.
it was in episode 1, which is, by the way, lost.
I remember that. I just do remember because, like, I remember it was a topic that was brought up.
Yeah.
I remember it was explained to me because I didn't know. But apparently, it wasn't that important for me to remember. So,
Mr. Frost, can you please explain what a simp is? Here you go. Take me out.
Why do I have to explain?
No,
it
but
to you,
I
brother?
don't know. I feel like you're better with words.
I
the
am,
linguistics.
but that's not my business. Yo.
What happened?
You dug your own grave.
How you mean? How is that dug
You
in?
brought it up, son. So,
Yeah,
Oh, we
might as
have-
well take time.
We have wait. Someone just said something in the chat. Someone said chakra feet.
That's safe. That is safe.
No, but the name is King and Queen.
that's kind of sus.
No, I think that's a couple's channel. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Guys, okay, so
Chakra feet.
I don't know. That's probably one of your shorties, Mr. Chill. No,
Once again, man ain't shit. Alright? So I search simp, and it means it's a slang for a simple person that lacks common sense, or a fool or a simpleton, or a man who foolishly overvalues a woman and puts her on a pedestal.
Basically.
Are you referring to any of these?
I think it's the last one.
Yeah, it'll be the last one.
A man. Okay, so I went to the Urban Dictionary. It says a man that puts himself in a subservient, submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over, without the female bringing anything to the table.
Correct. And we said in episode 1 that the evolved form of a simp is a cuck.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna just search this right now.
Sorry, I don't know why it's so funny though. The word itself is just funny to me.
Chakra feet. Why chakra feet?
Dog, I don't know. We can show your shorties on. But shout out shout out King and Queen. Thanks for tuning in to the board. You only watch this podcast if you're really bored. Only if
No, I don't know what that is. I can't even like Google that shit, bro. I don't know what that is.
check in
No, I think what you got was correct.
No, but
What I
No, how
don't
do you even
understand
spell
is-
that, bro?
it's CUCK.
Oh,
Put
because
it in
boy,
the Urban Dictionary.
because the kind of thing I get there, though. Whoa. No, they have a word named conservative, bro.
Sorry, dog.
What?
Sorry, I cannot. Oh, we have 2 viewers. That's I think I should put that on my status. I should put this shit on my status.
What?
No,
That's
I think
like historic?
Robin,
Is that historic?
what do you mean?
No, wait, I went to
That's
view
revolutionary.
the live stream on my phone,
Oh, wow,
so I could see what the person said. Though, I'm like, what chakra feet is bringing that on that? Why chakra feet? Like we had talked nothing about no Naruto, no nothing. Chakra feet. What?
Welcome to the internet, though.
Bruh, random ass shit.
Why is
Whoa.
Mr. Frost so quiet?
He first
That is a riddle.
I guess I don't know. Do you want it to be?
Because his mouth frozen as shit.
That means you just said.
Wow. Brother Salaf
That's because he buried in trash.
No, you make the man leave.
Roast, preacher, I think you should change your name to Roastmaster, bro. Because
Boy, dog, You ever smell roast trash, dog?
Sorry, no, I can't help myself. But guys, what do you think of YouTube couples in St. Lucia?
YouTube content from St. Lucia?
No, YouTube couples.
YouTube couples.
There are actually a few YouTube couples in St. Lucia.
There are a few I actually like.
Like which one?
Alright, there are a few I actually like, but it's hard to find YouTube couples that, for me personally, that make good content.
Okay.
Content I would watch more than one of the videos of, basically. I know a lot of people love YouTube couples and all that couple goals nonsense.
Is it nonsense though?
But like, in my head, it is nonsense.
Why?
Your couple goals can't be somebody couple goals, bro.
Yes, it can.
Make your own couple goals, cause so it'll be yours.
No, but like there are some general like things a couple would want to,
Yeah, but there are certain things that you shouldn't even wait. You shouldn't even bother making it couple goals. That's just what a couple should be.
Okay, fair argument. What do you think, Trevon? Trevor go take me on. But I'm
I'm muting, dog. Every time I mute, that's because I'm eating, right?
Oh, Ari.
So
no, it's a free space, doggy, so you can eat on the porch.
Yeah, but like the background noise though.
Oh, Ari,
you know.
But band is too loud, like some kind of monster.
Like hippo.
Nah, he put up two stuff, though.
Alright, dog. My take on that YouTube thing is trash, doggy. That's just trash.
Alright, boss. I think
no, dog. Sorry, let me explain. Alright.
Explain.
Like not even Brandon level though. That's like money though.
What? I'm name dropping.
Shit. Oh shit. That's true. I didn't even check that. Shit. Alright, that's nothing. Nobody knows who they are. Right? So for me, why exactly do they do the YouTube videos? Is it like to advise others, or is it for the hype? Is it for the popularity? Right? If they do it for hype and popularity, then like that's stupid, dog. Because you in St. Lucia, my G, you will get no kind of large following unless it's some mad things you're doing together. Like that ain't making no sense to me, right? Secondly, no relationship in St. Lucia with young people does last. So you're making all of that, you're creating all of that hype, and then when it end now, what?
So basically,
what then? Like that's what everybody wants to know what happened in the story. You can't give us half the story. Tell us how it ends. Come on. Oh shit! They have a thing I saw on Facebook. Hashtag Hood Bay or something like that.
Yeah.
Like an interview between two people that break up. Yeah, doggy. You have to. So you have to end the page. But like to me, to do all of that just for people to see and say thing about you. On top of that, the reviews itself, though, is not even positive. Guys. Like to me, Lucians, the culture is just to find something to kick about. So it don't matter how constructive your discussion is.
Let me prove
how faithful you all are to each other. Dog, nah, boy, we go look for something to laugh at and just make fun of you. You check it. Even
you can have the best. You can have the best speech. If you have a patch in your head, the whole conversation.
That is it, man. That's just it. Yeah. So my opinion is, it ain't making sense to have a YouTube, to be a YouTube couple, just because like they go actually appreciate it, and like there are too many other variables that it just ain't making sense to me. So that is my take on.
Well, that's probably what I just posted in the chat. But they have this particular YouTube channel, and like all they get are positive reviews in the comments.
All they get are what?
All they get are positive like feedback. And they're a YouTube couple in St. Lucia.
Oh, them
Talking about
too.
the same couple I'm
Nah,
thinking.
they do not only get positive. Trust me. Trust me. Son, son, son.
Dog, they
Yeah.
get positive reviews, guys. Like I looked through their comments and I didn't really see anything. Like
They probably delete all the trash comments. Because the kind of nonsense I heard people telling me about that channel. My youth. Ah,
dog,
boy.
that is goalsy, bro.
Nah,
That's couple goals, bro.
nah, nah.
The relationship for
Okay, let
No,
me put it this way.
No,
Them's not my
no,
couple.
that's trash.
wow.
dog, is that not just
If one of
changing
my
them to trash
for me
again?
personally, if my couple goals is to have a YouTube channel, then I feel as a human.
What a
Wow.
human dog,
Facts.
bro.
Dog, I'm doing that as standing ovation now. Dog, serious.
Because I
Dog, you
mean,
fail as a human being, my G. Serious.
I can get it. You want to do it, but if that is your goal as a couple,
Right. Nah.
Ari,
you want it to be a part of something you do as a couple, cool. But that is your goal. Like that is it. Nah.
Yeah, like that your final destination, my G, YouTube. Really?
Ari, I can agree to that.
Stepping stone, something you want to accomplish. Well, I can get this, but nah.
This week I was thinking like a lot of I was thinking of becoming a barber this week.
Baba boy.
What?
Like becoming a barber.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to learn how to give yourself a mark. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I was thinking like imagine I think it would save me a lot of money. You know, like if I could learn to
Of course.
my own hair. You know, I said
I love continue to cut my hair. Here's why. Because I know my hair will give you stress.
but it depends on the cut you take, though.
But
I don't know, guy. Like I don't know, look, like you have to be innovative, guys. Just mark yourself, though. You don't have to go to a barber.
yeah.
You know.
Now, if I mark myself, I'll get an A every time.
I
Yes, Darren. Darren, you on. I like you. Yeah. Your brain on now.
no, but
Oh, easy.
Like, my kid didn't take 3 seconds for that one.
it took
My
me a
kid brain
while.
on.
It took me a while.
You have to remember that. Trevor in the chat, though.
Yeah, look,
Expand the brain.
the man was just spitting bars, dog.
Yeah, always.
Wow.
Bodily high. What happened? You're about to say something?
There's a particular YouTube channel that I have a fondness for. I don't know why Seth not in the
He not
on the,
why
on the
not in
chapter.
the okay. Yeah, he's I don't know why.
Nuts Taco.
Was it nuts?
Nuts.
Nuts Taku? Send the name in the chat.
Listen now. We're not going to work. We'll come after that just now.
Sorry. But hold on, they have a thing I want to show you, Ali. They have a thing I want to show you, I don't know why. Let me see if I find it. But yeah, dog, like it's kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy. So I wanted to continue like what we were talking about earlier, like the most important thing in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Trev said
Curry.
Trev said friendship.
Curry.
We said curry.
Yeah.
Why?
If she
why?
can't
Most
make
important
a
thing in a
good
relationship
curry
is
dog,
curry.
that making sense.
We
She have to be able to make a good curry dog.
She have to be able to what?
She have to be able to make a good curry dog. If she can't make a good curry, then there's no point.
I'm just love this.
She have to have, okay. So let me get this straight. She have to have the patience to learn and know how to mix properly and stand and still. What I'm missing, I try and break it down though. Oh, you just want good food.
I don't know why you break it down like that at all. Like,
That's what.
what?
That's what I was saying, Nato.
Like,
Dog,
listen,
that's the only thing I could accept, my G. I'll accept your interpretation because if that man just talking about the food flavor, dog, I don't know why we have that man here, dog. Honestly. Dog, we need to start a new group, my G. Honestly, because I shit.
The Roots Master strike it again.
You're sleeping on curry.
Wait, Curry.
No. I'm not sleeping on curry. I'm not sleeping on curry
You're
at
sleeping
all.
on curry. All of y'all sleeping on curry.
Curry so cool.
With the
Dog.
shot, boy. Swish.
Dog, I'm a Miami fan, bro. I don't
Bro,
really.
who eats half, dog? Let's be serious, though. Anyway, jeez.
I was going to play a clip.
Most important thing in a don't. Most important thing in a relationship. I think it would be communication, though.
Communication. Why?
Yeah, because lack of communication or miscommunication can lead to so many things. Like you misinterpret something that the person said, and immediately you start coming to the wrong conclusion. Sometimes, that just leading to the downfall of a relationship.
Because of bad.
Like yeah, I don't disagree with what Trevor said. Like friendship has a huge role to play in a relationship, but I feel like communication is one of the most important things.
Okay.
Hey,
And to me,
what do I know?
Trevon's take on it was that for there to be friendship, there must be a good communication and light-hearted, unbiased, and relationship-based. Let's just the two of us try to stick together conversation. So it's more than just communication. Like there are types of communication. Because yeah, sometimes I want to just tell you the person, just say you just want to tell the person to do something for the relationship. Other times you have to remember that this is your friend. And it's not all about the relationship as it is about the two of you in the relationship.
Okay.
If that make any sense.
Okay. Fair play. Talking from a.
Trevor, when you finish it, you can start talking.
No, that one's slow been a hard seriously. But
He's probably gonna watch his board.
What?
Probably gonna watch his board.
Every time that one talk, I just have to laugh.
No, I ride here. I'm here.
Alright, so yeah, give your yeas or nays for what I my dribble a while ago.
Yeah, well, basically, like again, like I say, I was talking from experience, right?
Bad
we-
boys. Sick
We
man.
know what we know what communication is. We know how to communicate, but then like there are different aspects to the relationship, right? So there's the spiritual aspect, there's the relationship aspect, there's the friendship aspect, and like the thing is,
What was the Triforce?
what happened?
I thought the relationship had a Triforce, girl.
A Triforce.
Yeah, three different points, dog.
Yeah, spiritual, friendship, and like romantic, I guess. That's like the main like the main 3 points of the relationship, right? And like under each of them, you have different foci, which is actually the plural of focus, in case you didn't know. Yeah. So
every day.
Yep. Yeah. So what happens is that if you allow the girl to run the relationship, what you will realize is like there's a lot of focus on the romantic, You check. So the conversation is always about, like what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go next, how much we love each other, that kind of thing. So you get that kind of focus, and like the left to her alone, that'll be the only thing you'll talk about all the time, right? But
I mean, you say left to her alone.
Yeah.
But like you're talking about your her.
Nah, dog, to me, that's
seems-
the average, but that's the average girl,
Well,
Nah, but he said left to her alone.
Depend-
Generally,
depends.
Quiet.
yeah, it could be the guy that always talking about that.
Like I think if we were, well, Trevor was not AY at Marana for this afternoon, but the guy I was kind of paying attention, and how you were brought up in the environment does have a lot to do with your perspective on how a relationship should run. So I get where you come from. So most times you females will end up on the lovey-dovey side, but that doesn't exempt men from being all lovey-dovey all sometimes, or just all the time. And the women have to
I get
be
that.
the other side.
I get that. I
get you.
understand that.
But
Yeah.
for the purposes of his example, let him know if his example, guy. You're one type.
Yeah, like okay, like
Nah,
okay,
his
think
example
about
is
this,
trash.
right? Dog, shut your face, boy. Alright? Just listen, my G. Right now there, keep your mouth closed and open your mind. Alright?
Nah,
That's
that
what I want
was
you to
the
do.
trash and
Grab a notepad and take note. Alright? Because your book ain't got shit. Right. Moving along.
We don't want no marijuana smoke or gun smoke. Cool out, dog.
No, dog, I see why
Yeah.
Trevor have to move that way, Brandon, because Brandon's a dirty man. Don't go end your career like nothing.
Facts. And dog, my clapback game strong, dog. So come at me, bro. Yeah, so anyways, go ahead on. Don't even say nothing to me, boy. You look like Alright, so
Anyway.
like take for example, let's say you tell her plan like a social event for just the two of us, right?
Right.
What would she want to do? Think about it.
I have no idea.
What would be like the first thing? That's my point, bro. What would be the first thing that come to her mind?
That's not fair.
Something like go on the beach. You will not hear her tell you something like, let me stay home and play board games. Or
Okay. On a serious note, I put somebody in my mind, and on a serious note, if it was that person, you just cool out home. Like that some shit and just cool out home.
just the two of y'all.
But yeah.
Thank you.
That's dangerous. Nah, but bro, that y'all have to understand, though. People are different, though. So when you say she wouldn't want to sit home and play board games, like who is she?
So you're talking about,
Because
the general female. Like
Dog,
the
the
majority.
principle. Listen, the principle cannot change across the board. It doesn't matter what you want to do, but the point is, it has to be in a romantic context. That's the point I try and make.
Some form of just the two of us spending time together.
Yeah. So it don't matter what we end up doing, it will always carry a romantic flavor to it. That's the point I try and make.
Because that's the part of the Triforce that they're trying to feed, basically.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, when your girl tell you, I want to talk, what? Do you think she want to discuss coronavirus? No. She wants to talk about something in the relationship. That's why I'm showing you. That is her focus. So now, and that's what I'm saying. So if left to her, the average girl, the focus would only be that side of the Triforce. That's what I'm saying. And that is what can, and that for me is what could like begin to erode the relationship if you do not apply friendship. Now, we communicate, but how she conceptualizes what you communicate is also based on what her focus is at a specific point in time. You check it. So let me give you an example. So if I tell her I like a girl, I like to see that girl. Depending on her focus, or like her,
focus, her hormone levels, all kind of nonsense. Yeah,
it would determine how she responds. So, like, let's say if her friendship game is strong with me, she can understand that and not feel like that is a threat to the relationship.
Exactly.
That's why I try and show you, like, because she can understand. Okay, yeah, I know you like me. Yeah, I know you're attracted to me. But what exactly is your type? But them questions you can't get in a romantic context that could only come out of friendship. That's my point. So yes, communication is important, but literally how they interpret communication comes based on how they think, which part of the Triforce is more important to them. What?
Stop saying Triforce.
Why dog? But I was talking.
I go like.
Because that's Legend of Zelda.
Look, somebody talking in the chat for you. Someone said, well, the same King and Quid said, there are times I want to talk about video games with my boyfriend. No, the girl said boyfriend.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
But that still means nothing though. Because you could simply be using it as leverage to get the man to appreciate you more.
Not all the time. They have some shorties, like, they generally just want to. Well, no, I can't say that.
You can't say what, bro?
No, I just checked. I just understood what Trevor was saying.
So let me try and take this full circle. So basically, you need a balance in a relationship, and depending on who's in charge of where we're coming from, we might end up skewing. The guy might want to I don't know, try to be romantic, but he feels like he fails at it.
Yeah. And she trying to overcompensate on that, basically.
I like that kind of third person thing you're talking about. But anyway.
What?
I feel like I understand for the most part what you're saying. And I agree. Again, for the most part. But like, but yeah, I guess, all how communication will boil down to the relationship.
The different types of communication.
So if you had said the Triforce again, I was leaving.
No, what do you have against the Triforce, though?
I have nothing against the Triforce. It's just not fitting in that context. So they're not fitting in that. Oh, you'll realize every reference for y'all is like an anime or game reference.
Yep,
yo, that's crazy. What fun, dog. That's weird, dog.
See how you can.
How is it weird, bro?
That you enjoy.
How is it not weird?
I mean, how is it not weird, bro? We have a shorty who plays video games, so she can understand where we come from.
Yeah, but why did she like video games before she met the man? Or does she like video games because she met the man?
That's a good question.
Good question.
That's my point, dog. Wait, listen, nothing wrong with adapting to the person you love, but it will still boil down to which part of the relationship are you focusing on? What are you trying to compensate for? What are you trying to accomplish at the moment? To me, you cannot run away from that. It doesn't matter what aspect of the relationship you want to talk about, but it still fits into that. If you want to talk about trust, the trust itself have a different flavor for each of the aspects too. You check. You just can't run away from it, dog. That just, without argument, undisputable, irrefutable. So come at me.
So
she just said she was gaming from
relationship will come.
Sorry.
What?
She just said
basically
we have Jesse in the chat.
I just sent him the link.
Big up Jess. Oh, by the way, happy birthday. I want to send out happy birthday to Mr.
Happy Sabbath, this nigga.
Happy birthday to L. Andre.
Leandre.
Yeah. No, it's L. It's L.
Fuck.
He have his license yet, so he's L.
Yes, L.
Yeah, he's L.
He's a L, doggy. Though, why are you trying to put 40 man, though? I'm trying to
Because he's
defend.
my friend and you're horrible.
I'm trying to
I mean,
defend that
listen,
one, dog. He's a real sneaky.
I'm a snake for defending my friend.
You're a snake for
Wow.
defending a snake.
That really shows where your priorities lie.
on the topic of snakes, you know snakes are venom.
Girls,
Where did that
What?
come from?
girls are snakes.
Facts,
You
facts.
really gonna say that?
Dog, I want to
Dog,
play.
let me explain that,
No,
doggy.
wait. Trevon,
Dog.
wait. Before you even say anything, though, let me just. I want.
Dog.
I want to play a
That's
King and
video.
Queen has left the chat.
That's true, doggy. Doggy, I stand with you, my G.
Doggy, hold on.
That's fact.
Let me play a
They
video.
just choke you and then they just sting you until you die, G. And then they eating you whole, G.
Dog,
Dog.
I streaming.
Y'all and your toxic relationships, though. Y'all need help. Like y'all need some. I don't know. We have psychologists all around the place. Well, Jesse in the chat, dog. Jesse did psychology last semester. So
No, but
I think you'll need to see, you'll need help. You'll need to deal with the trauma.
Dog, I need help, my G.
You're
Look,
projecting
I think this is
your
how we
negative views from your past relationships on every female, doggy.
Just
No,
now,
no, no.
doggy, just now, doggy.
Hear
Let me.
this out. Hear this out.
Just
The negativity that affects men is not normally spoken about enough for what females can hate.
Facts.
Dog, let's be serious.
So let them hate tonight, I guess.
Facts.
From different
Women
men.
ain't shit, bro.
Let me
Wow.
wait. Hold on.
Look at
I
that.
want to. I
Such
just want to.
different views.
I just want to prove. something though. Just now.
What you want to do?
Just now.
It's confirmed, dog.
That trash coming out.
Dog.
Tune into the
Women
stream.
ain't shit, bro.
Tune into the stream on Discord, dog.
Confirmed, dog.
What?
It is confirmed.
Alright, never mind.
Oh, you're telling Jesse to get on this
I'll
call?
take it for the G.
Just now. I was trying to. I go just send it in the chat. Never mind. I'll just send it in the chat. Continue to say what you were saying. I go just send it in the chat for you to watch.
Yeah, guys, y'all need help. All of y'all.
How we
Every
need
single
help,
one of y'all.
dog? What are you talking
Dog. Oh, you can say what you want, G. But everybody in life will carry baggage from the past to defend themselves in the future. So if you consider that to be you have a problem, then cool. I cool with that. I can have a problem.
Hold up. Y'all, as usual, y'all
Dog.
getting me wrong.
One cannot usually hold up, doggy. Up itself is not a concept that could be whole hell then.
Yes,
You check?
yes, it can.
No, you can't hold up, G. Think about
you
it, man,
can.
G. No,
I
you
have
can't
thought about
hold
it.
up,
It take me
G.
5 seconds. There's a Pixar
Oi.
movie called Up. If you hold a CD, technically you're holding up. Dog, don't come.
No, you're holding a CDG. You're not holding
What's
up.
the name of the CD? What's the name of it?
The name of it is up, bro.
Exactly.
But you're not
So you're
holding up.
Moving on.
No.
So what are you holding?
But what?
Exactly.
I'm holding a CD, bro. I'm holding a CD. Huh?
What's on the CD?
A movie, G. A movie.
What's the name of the movie? Up.
Yeah, but it's not holding up, G. You check?
Yeah, you're holding up. Let's move
Because
on.
I make no sense. Because right now you're telling me hold up, but I don't have the movie, so technically I still can't hold up.
Then
G.
just tell me you don't have the movie though, and move on.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
but that means I can't hold up at all. For true, literally.
Yeah, but
You check.
dog, that doesn't mean you don't have. That doesn't mean you don't have the capacity to hold up.
But you still trash though.
That's it. That's how you want to come back. And your clap back game so strong. I think you're missing a few more days at the gym, Mr. Clapback. Anyway, yeah, dog. Everybody gonna carry baggage. I understand that. But at the same time, when you project your baggage onto literally everybody else, dog, that's when it becomes a problem. Your baggage is, without saying, a must, dog. Like you cannot. Everything you go through in life is going to shape your experiences. And your personality, your temperament, etc. But when you take that and then you use that to influence your opinion of other people, dog, That's some real toxic energy right there. Like you're literally calling all women, like an entire gender, like literally the only other gender, trash. The whole gender, like everybody, like the approximately 3.5 billion females on the planet, and you're calling all of them trash. That's crazy.
Okay, let's define trash, guys. What is trash?
How do you define
Let's
trash?
define. No. Let's define trash, bro.
Trash
Okay,
is trash, garbage, scum, dog. That's it.
In what context?
Yeah, in what context? Like, because what's the quote? A man's trash is another man's treasure.
A man's treasure.
One man's
yeah.
trash.
One man.
Yeah, guy, but like trash is trash though. Like you'll realize, like the phrase says, one man's trash is another man's treasure, dog. But it never says that trash isn't still trash, you know.
No. That means what it is
means,
actually saying is that the value you attribute to something may not be its actual value or what.
But it doesn't
else
deny the fact that it's still trash, though.
For some people,
like
a raw diamond is trash. For other people, they see approximately $1 million.
For a diamond? But what kind of bootleg diamond do you have?
No, trust me. If you see a diamond in the rough and you don't know what it is, you will ignore it.
That's not what I'm saying. But anyway.
We're talking about trash, though. We're talking about trash. Things people do not value. Trash is something you do not value and rather not have around.
Let's just move on. So define trash.
Yeah, like no, I was asking you guys to define trash.
Why are you always spinning it on us, though?
Okay, trash.
Stand up for yourself, dog. Be a man.
Ari, boss. Ari. Trash is trash.
That's what I said. So
trash is
okay. Garbage. For me, when I see trash, I think of something I don't want around.
Yeah.
Because to say trash is trash. That is by my primary school standard of how you define something, not defining what it is. It's the worst definition you can possibly give, and doesn't give any. So if the person doesn't know what you're talking about, you're not helping them. I mean, trash to me would be something I don't want around. I rather it not be around. If I see it, I will want it, not where I can see it.
Look. Some people in the chat giving you examples of what trash. Well, the comparison.
So basically, Trevon's saying you don't want any females around him.
I guess right now.
That's crazy. That's wow.
No, maybe he talking about a particular type of female though. But then again, it almost does. I don't want to say okay.
See what you mean, Reggie.
It's like they're trash, but not all of them are trash. They're trash, but not trash at the same time. They're trash, but not trash at the same time.
Dog, I already know what the reaction going to be, dog. Because
what do you mean?
I think I've known Dwayne for long enough. But y'all really hating on females, probably.
We're not hating on females, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still going to check. We're still going to date them. At the end of the day, we're still going to date them. Still going to.
So you're essentially going to date trash.
Pardon me?
You're essentially telling me you're going to date trash.
Yeah, doctor, we sanitation engineers, G. You see, like, you have to understand me. Like,
so you'll take out trash. That's why you'll take girls out. I get it. I stand.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Now you're starting to understand life, G.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I have a good understanding of
life. Wild.
That is how it goes, bro. Real thing, man.
I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know, dog. Them girls just weird.
I completely understand women, G. I've arrived. Serious.
I reach it. Every time I feel I reach, I have to sit down and reanalyze them because.
Nah, dog. I actually arrived.
For me.
G.
How you mean you arrived?
Like, I know. I understand them.
No, that's not true. Question. That's impossible, bro.
Okay.
No, ask me any question.
So you have to be a woman to understand a woman.
Trust me.
They don't understand themselves.
No,
They
women don't
don't
even
understand
understand
themselves.
themselves, bro. How can you understand them, bro?
Oh, because
Because
we have
no,
been
because
observing.
I just know I is wise.
He has
Honestly,
been
though,
observing and
like
experiencing.
you have
Can
a
say.
point, though. Like there are some things you can only see by observing, though.
Bruh, don't come there
Yeah,
with that, dog. Don't come there with that.
you have to be outside of the situation to
Yeah,
realize.
exactly.
Dog.
Like Dwayne and his negativity, dog. He will never accept it.
Facts.
But
Like that's
when
so
you're on the
true, bro.
receiving end and you understand, dog,
Damn.
Harry,
you
Dog,
can
that's
observe
deep.
it from another perspective.
That's deep.
Harry.
That's deep, bro.
Okay, so between observation and experience, which one will carry them? Which one
Yeah,
carries
I
more
need you
weight?
to bring that up.
Which one carries more
Yes,
weight?
Carlos,
I want
bro.
everyone to answer. Everyone in the chat, everyone who's watching, say which one carries more
Between
weight.
between
Between
what?
experience and observation. These types of I don't know what to categorize them as.
Trevor, I remember you had something
Experience.
for that this afternoon.
What?
You
The
experience
experience.
learning. You
Learning
don't
Yeah.
learn I forget
from
how
you
it
learn
goes.
from experience,
Nah,
you experience
yeah,
learning.
yeah. You
Right.
don't learn from experience, you experience learning. Yeah, that's what I said. But I don't know what you mean by learning and observation though. Like
No, not learning, like
yeah.
experiencing and observing something.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let me tell you. That there are certain things you learn like through like it's called vicarious learning. So you're able to learn from the experience of others, right?
Okay.
So you don't have to be in something and suffer it for you to know it wrong or for you to know like
But I'm
like something I should have
saying,
All
done.
right. Okay.
Right. So in that sense, observation is better and more ideal to have an experience, right? But on the other hand, experience now it gives it a completely different flavor because as we rightly said, there are certain things that we go through that really impact how we understand life on a whole. You check? So
Mm-hmm.
what we actually need experience to refine what we understand about life based on our past experience.
Yeah, every
So
stone you get to hold is the one you put on your foundation, yeah.
right. But there are some times where you get a stone and you realize that it fits better there than the stone you already have there.
See, I moved that old stone.
Okay.
Right. And only then your house will be able to be more stable. You check it?
Harry. Okay.
The house
okay.
being your entire understanding of the whole topic, basically.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it means. Right. So if you're able to get to that point where you're able to experience things, what happens is that because of the observation you've already had, your experience, the experiences that you go through would be
Complimentary.
like it will be more it will exactly that's the right word. It will be complimentary. And you would avoid there are certain experiences that you don't have to have simply because you already observe how it go end. You check it,
Yes,
so
sir.
you can pick up on signs and nah, boy,
Single
nah,
doctor was
that's a red flag. I remember my partner do that, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Dog, I go to her. I
Yeah,
go
bro, you preaching,
and
bro. You
I go back
preaching
out.
right now. Like, damn, bro, this nigga spit it.
No, no, real. I feel like feel enough to tell you how to pass. Shit, but
That's-
that was
That was deep, dog.
yeah.
That was deep, dog.
You realize how crazy that is? Like, I feel enough to tell you how to
tell you
pass.
how to pass. Exactly.
Meaning,
Yeah,
like,
dog.
I don't have to experience if I observe him. Bro, you'll see. You'll
Yeah,
see.
but
No,
dog, that's the
not
point.
one.
But that's why I
Oi.
encourage you.
The most
I basically
successful
won.
people feel the most. Shit, dog. You don't even understand that,
Dog,
dog.
that went over your head.
Wait, there's nothing else to understand, dog. Like, that's actually a very common example in science.
Yes.
Like, when the light bulb was invented, he failed, I think, was it 99 times before he got it?
More than that, my G.
Yeah,
a couple.
Thomas
Yeah.
Edison.
Don't say Edison.
Yeah, so Dog, they'll come there like it's gospel out there, man. You just see, you just reading from the books that are already written.
He remind me of the truth of life.
So your assumption is that everything that I said came from experience and not observation.
No,
That's the assumption you're making there, right?
So he's saying like everything you said has been said already.
Yeah, basically.
By who? By people I observed, dog. Not by things I experienced.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. You say like we don't even understand what he just said. But that just useless hype guy.
At least you.
Hey boy, Brandon just trying to tear down a man tonight.
Yep.
No, the man could try as hard as he want, dog. The man just trying to bring you down as low as himself, bro. But the fact is, I higher. That's why you're trying to bring me down.
You higher?
Let's
like
no,
5'8", dog. I'm still looking down to you, man. Relax yourself.
Dog, let's move on, right? That is basic physics. You can't be lower than you can't be higher than me and try to pull me down. You have to be lower than me to try to pull me down. So
that's actually really incorrect.
Unless you're pushing someone.
That's extremely incorrect.
No, it is. It's actually correct.
It is extremely false.
You can't be higher than me and pull me down, G.
I can draw you a diagram right now.
No, draw me a diagram and show me how you can be higher than me and pull me down, G.
Take a picture so I can put it on the stream.
Yeah, that you need to be able to explain that to me.
Let me get my stylus.
Wow, so you're going to pull out the pulleys and the pulley system to show how you can.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, nigga.
Come at me, bro.
Pulleys work.
That's right.
Anyway, while I'm drawing that,
guys, all I have to say is don't get tired. Don't
be like tired.
Don't be like. Don't be like Hot Skull.
Don't be like who? Hot Skull you speak of.
Oh.
Don't be like Hot Skull, guys. Hot Skull is someone in the chat. You'll know.
He's tired.
Just watch the chat. You'll know who is Hot Skull.
Right.
He's tired, guys.
Yeah, guys, but don't get tired, guys. Don't let that happen to you.
Dog, let me tell you, doggy. I have so much rope. Dog.
You have so much rope. Continue. You from Baba No, man.
No, G, no.
I know you say that because I know there are some fellas in the podcast that are a bit depressed there. Yeah,
oh damn.
So
dog, well I go have to say that for another day, man. I go say that for another day. I want to break nobody out and thing and destroy my self-esteem and thing.
You break hearts on a daily, bro. That's the
wow.
I know where you get that from. Dog, I never break a heart before, G.
Yeah, I witnessed that man getting his heart crushed into dust and then that dust getting burnt into ash and then ash is getting.
Yeah, I think you're exaggerating there a little bit, though.
No.
Nah, no.
Not even.
Dog, the ash was sniffed, bro. Sniffed up, bro. Dog, my heart was cremated twice, G. Twice, G.
You're different.
Dog.
You're doing the most, though. You're really doing the most.
No, Brandon. This is not an exaggeration, dog.
No.
I'm not saying you're exaggerating anymore, dog. The man already admit that it's correct. But like, you're doing the most, dog. You're letting.
After the man my heart was cremated twice. A soul went forth to Soji. And some fell on stony ground. Some fell on thorny ground. Some fell on good dog. Oh, the girls spread
good.
The girls spread that. I can't even find my own heart, G. Like,
you're tripping.
Yeah,
like you're really tripping right now.
No,
that's deep, though.
Dog, I don't think you understand. Dog,
you have to go on a pilgrimage to try and find yourself again after some time.
Dog, your first mistake, dog.
A whole conquest thing.
No,
your first mistake, dog. was believing the relationship would last.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, yeah,
What did he
that's
say?
low down.
I didn't
Like
hear what he say.
that is your effort of trying to attack me, G.
No,
Nope,
no, no,
But
no.
it's still trash though.
That's just my
No,
Yeah.
general outlook, doggy.
because Brandon,
I
we
feel
kind
you.
of on the same vibe because past experience
Oh
for
shit,
me,
man. If I
and
drop
you
my
just nah, you there, and you just looking at the future, seeing that, yeah, it might just not work out. That's me for like almost everything right now. The only thing I don't face that way is food, especially if I cook it up, because I know it's going to block a hole.
Yeah, it might just block a hole with all the oil, isn't it?
Speaking of holes, like when I went to the barber told me no hole is the wrong hole.
Dog, shut up.
What?
I don't know what I don't know what that's supposed to mean though.
What he said? No hole is what?
No hole is the wrong hole.
Bro, they are wrong hole, so they are wrong holes, though.
I feel like this conversation.
No, you just came to mind, so I said I would just just straight up there.
Bro, that Baba lied. But I was supposed to spit like normal nonsense and just give you, but like
No,
that
no,
one
but
lied up.
if you really think about it, we're actually in a barber shop right now.
Barber shop talk.
Yeah, it's like a barber shop talk right now. This is the kind of stuff you be hearing in a barber shop. Look, there's someone's chat. It's someone in the chat. Look, what's gonna say something in the chat there. But yeah, look, like, you should cut your own hair. Honestly,
Yeah.
or you could just come to.
Killer, I was going down. Remember, yesterday I was coming and checking.
Who?
I was coming and check I was going myself. My uncle see me on the road with my hair looking like an old bird's nest. The man consider he go and get a weed whacker. Just wait there.
Who?
A weed whacker.
My uncle. Yeah, I said, man, this is weed whacker. Go mash up.
Alright,
Yeah.
look, Ting just finished drawing the contraption. I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Trev, no, Trev.
Yeah, do that.
Trev just left the Discord. Hold on, don't mind what you see
He
on the screen right now.
probably wasn't hearing it.
These are some holy words on the screen. Don't look at it too hard because your eyes will burn. Hold on. Raw sauce, no ketchup. But you guys were saying
No, I was just talking about yesterday when you talk about cutting our own hair and thing. That is your manites.
I mean, there's out.
I'll have to learn to mark eventually. I go lie on that one. Like I don't. In the foreseeable future, I don't see myself cutting my hair.
Why?
You see what I read seen in the Discord.
Oh, that is it.
Wait, after.
Yeah, no. Like, watch the video. Watch the video, and then come back.
It was killer shots.
They say my Wi-Fi that's freaking out on you.
No. The Discord do me that a while ago. I had to jump off and come back on a while ago too.
You have a lot of echo.
Well, I just put the police system on the screen. I don't know. Trev, you can go on the screen.
I see it.
You can see it?
I see it.
I knew echo it.
Shit. I don't know why. Okay.
I go put it in the Discord.
That's crazy. Police system 101. How I can be a higher than you and pull you down.
But I don't understand it because what's the that's a
the arrows.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, all the little circles are police.
So
I dropped my
Trevor, is object B, and object B is lower in a vertical sense than object A. But object A is pulling him down
I could put it
because of the police.
I could put it there instead. I want to see everybody see if that
No, it's on the thing.
Yeah, I put it. I want
it's there.
It's there. I'm watching it there now.
Yeah, it there.
Yeah, barbershop have more theories. I care. Can't disagree with that.
Dog.
King and Queen saying that there's some wrong holes. Like that's a understatement. That's a big understatement, bro.
What are some of the wrong holes, King and Queen?
Bruh.
No, I mean she said she gave feedback, so I'm just asking that.
So why we wait for that feedback?
Yeah, so that's the police system. I don't like to see how this going though.
So why is paying echo?
You have the headphones in?
Nah.
Hold on.
Is MIDI echo coming from it?
I see that. It come from you? Look.
Check again.
Okay, he going to return. So King and Queen
Yes, echo.
King and Queen just gave examples of what the wrong hole is.
Is it still doing it?
Okay. No, I
Yeah, that just no.
I see that.
Yeah, makes it.
I don't know, you'll stick on the police system thing for no reason.
Yes, look the police system there. He finished with Tremont. I don't know if you can see. I put it in the Discord and I put it on the stream. So that's how. So tell me, how does this pull females?
What?
Whoa.
No, dog. I'm a customer, so I'm asking before I'm buying your product. I'm asking like, how does it pull females?
That is not what this is designed to do.
That's why I say, dog.
It's a visual representation of how someone above or ahead of you can pull you down. That's what it is.
I don't understand, dog.
What?
But if it's a pulley, no, but if you call it a pulley system, that means it can pull anything.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly, dog. So how are you going to name that is false marketing, my G?
No, it's not.
I can sue you, dog.
No, you can't.
Facts.
I mean, I can't, bro.
Yes,
that's false advertising.
That's false advertising, dog. How can you?
It's a pulley system.
Exactly.
I feel in my brain cells.
So it can pull. But just because
that makes no sense.
A pulley system doesn't mean it can pull everything. Do you understand?
Yes, it can.
Okay, hold on. What does your fridge do?
Fridge stuff.
See, that right there is why you would lose in court.
Dog, but you'll not lose on the basketball court, too, dog.
My
arguments. I mean, defendants are not the ones defending themselves. Oh damn.
That one went.
Oh shit. Dog. That's too deep. Lawyers are the ones that do the defending. Alright. So I'll never lose in court. It doesn't matter how messed up my argument is. I'm not arguing for myself, G. I have a lawyer.
Yeah, you're not. And that's the problem, dog, because you don't have any evidence at all that supports your claim that my police system is being falsely advertised.
It's being.
Yes, it is, dog.
It is.
Whatsoever.
If it's a police system.
Have you tested the product in the
R&D?
Right.
Exactly.
In the manner that you are claiming that it cannot function.
Exactly. And is it in your fine print that it is not able to pull girls? No, it's not. So you
that's not what it's for.
But
no, you're not telling me that that's not what it's for, G.
Okay. My G, take the word and put it in your fridge. Solve global warming for me, because your argument is that because it has a specific purpose, that purpose can be applied to everything else. That makes no sense.
Yes, it does.
Your fridge cannot solve global warming.
Yes, it can.
Bottle of water cannot store the ocean. Dog,
yes, it can.
Listen.
Dog, let me explain, G.
You don't need to explain because you're wrong.
Let me explain the YouTube channel.
That making no sense. That's narrow-minded. You have to wait for me to give you all the information I have before you can say I'm right. I'm wrong.
No, but you're wrong. It's very
Nah,
clear
you
that you're
can't say
wrong.
that if you have not received all my information, bro.
I don't need all the information to determine that you're wrong.
That's because you're assuming without my information, bro, and that makes no sense. So hear me
No, it
out.
does. Because if I ask you what's 7 plus 7 and your answer starts with a 2, you're wrong from the get go.
Nah, because it could actually be 2 times 7. Dog. Oh, no, you're not ready for me, bro.
Yeah, but like, how can that be an answer, though?
Well, it is
That's
an
like
answer.
answering a
7
question
plus
with a
7 is
question.
the same as 2 times 7. So my answer can
Yeah.
begin with 2 and still be an answer, bro.
Okay, what if it begins with 3?
Dog, then like we just do the math and figure it out. Dog, you can't run away from me, man. G. I know I trying so hard, bro.
Dog, without
Right?
all your information, I can still conclude that you're wrong.
Dog, you know, you assuming that you have all the information, but you
I
have
never
to
said, I
understand
just said I don't have
that
all the
my information exists in what you do not know, and what you do
Does
not
it?
know might be the answer to what you know. So you need to allow me
Nah,
to
bro.
give you the information I have, G.
You know what, dog? I'll humor you, man. Give me the information you have.
Aye, it doesn't matter what you call it, bro. The point is you need the facts. A refrigerator can't solve global warming.
Just
If
It can?
yes, if
Nah,
the
after that,
refrigerator,
No, let him finish. Let him finish. Now I'll tell you what he has to say.
no, a fridge can solve global warming. If the fridge can contain the entire world. So we just need to build a big enough fridge to contain the entire world. Now, why are you laughing? I don't want to laugh at that.
No, continue. Continue.
Wait, I go wreck you, doggy.
The
So
fridge
you
itself.
already proved my point.
Oi, let me finish, give you my information. Alright? The fridge itself is self-sustaining solar power. So it doesn't need anything from the world to solve global warming of the world. Right?
Okay.
The fridge is also built to withstand the pressure of space. And it's also heavy enough to withstand the gravity of space.
There's no gravity in space.
What? The lack of gravity in space. Sorry, my apologies.
The gravity comes from the bodies, the celestial bodies. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, but technically, the fact that the fridge is bigger than the world, it becomes a celestial body. But
it does.
Like
so the fridge itself would have its own gravitational field. But anyway,
exactly.
So it's not the gravity of space, is it?
So no, at this point, we're not trying to worry about global warming. You know, we're trying to prevent Earth from crashing into this new celestial body.
Exactly. So by Brandon arguing that point with me, he has already agreed that the global warming has been solved and that there's a new problem. You see? So
well, let me present my information.
So guys, I think Trevor global warming.
Let me present my information, though.
Guys, but on a serious note, guys,
let me present my information, dog.
Oh, wow.
Why don't we go information? I know you're wrong.
Nah, you're not reminded now, remember?
Nah, I don't remember, G.
Listen.
I have anemia and Alzheimer's and shit, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Dog, I have Alzheimer's at 20.
Oi, let me present my points.
Dog, I have dementia.
Shut up. You were saying
no, using the speech and I'm offended, bro. So we need to change the conversation.
Oh, okay, Snake.
You're saying that your fridge can solve global warming if you build a fridge that's big enough. But my pulley system can pull girls if you build one that can pull girls.
Exactly.
But this one was not intended to pull girls, so you lose.
That's because itself was not reminded you.
No, but you lose.
You ended a specific function.
You
exactly. No, I didn't, bro.
Yes,
it makes
you did.
By
the very fact that your own fridge could not solve global warming, you had to build another one.
Nobody
now.
No one person creates one product of what they have, G. Alright, that makes no sense. That's like saying like
you lose, bro. You lose.
no, nah,
You
G.
lose.
That makes no sense. All right,
Your
that's
fridge
the whole
that's sitting
purpose of having.
in your kitchen right now cannot solve global warming. You have to
But you
build
did. You
another
were not
fridge.
specific in that in stating your question. So
Was
you're
I?
wrong, my G. No, you
How?
just said fridge. All you said
I
was
said your
fridge. You never
fridge.
said fridge, bro. Well,
I
I
said
own a
your
fridge,
fridge.
but it's still in the process of being built, bro. So it will solve the problem in time. It's just
But
it's not ready right now.
if it's still being built, then you don't own it, do you?
Yes, I do. It's just in the process of being completed.
No, you
But
don't.
I own it.
Yeah,
It's
but where is
mine.
it though? Where is it?
Dog.
Show it to me. Where is it?
It's in Area 51, bro.
Is that so?
Oh, you
So
can't win
it's
that
in it's
How
in
it fit
Area
it there?
51. You're building a
Boy, you
fridge big
can't.
enough to contain the earth on earth.
In
Yeah.
the area.
Dog, please. You have no
Right.
argument.
Dog, let me
I
explain.
rest my
Alright?
case.
Let me explain.
Anyway, moving on. Guys, I think it's about time we move on to the next topic.
You're a Lucian. Alright? Let me explain.
Oh wow!
But
Did
you
you know
say
that
you're so you can't
Samsung
understand?
Samsung just released the new Galaxy Z Flip? Oh, that's crazy!
Can it
Wow.
flip? Can it flip? Can it flip girls?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna have to take that one up with Samsung.
Yeah, because they
I
designed the
don't know why
first
you'd want to flip girls. That seems a bit
dramatic.
out of pocket.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Nah, I
That
use your
sounds
word. I use your word.
You're really
I use your
crazy. You're
word.
wild.
I mean, we wild
Stop
dog.
this.
Why would you not
Let
want
me
to?
just stop this.
Why would you not want?
I'm
So
a-
you want to flip? So you want to flip, fellas, Brandon?
To flip nobody.
Actually, no,
anybody.
Brandon, to be that way. So,
Whoa.
for
Dog,
sure.
I want to
That
get up the house set up.
That's why my killer have no qualitative guilt, but he just talk to fellas all the time, G. I understand my killer tendencies. I just want to respect that.
Hold on. Pause.
Hashtag.
The young man understands that the flesh is weak, so he stays away from the distraction.
Pause.
Yeah,
So you're getting carried away. Y'all need to stop. Yo, bro,
But why would you say flipping girls is wild though? What is so wild about
it
that?
is.
It's
Why
not,
would you
bro.
want to flip a girl?
Why would you want to flip a girl?
To flip a girl.
Why would
But
you
because
not want to
she
flip a girl though?
practicing gymnastics, bro.
What gymnastics? Dog.
Dog, but gymnastic girls flip all the time, G.
Yeah, but you not flipping her.
Yeah, I am, bro. That's
Bro, I know
That's
damn well none of you
fine.
can do gymnastics.
dog. That is the other side, G.
Bro, please look at Dwayne. Dog, Dwayne can barely run. Dog, y'all need to stop.
Man,
Y'all
I'm
really
talking about
too
the Samsung flip, right? Talk about flipping shorty, dog. You have to flip. That's
Yeah,
the
man.
motive 2020, dog.
Are you flipping aliens? Are you flipping them personally?
bro.
You know what, dog? I understand why I was quiet at the beginning. Full of shit.
Yeah.
Tell us about the phone. Tell us about the phone.
That is your cop out there. After you lose all your arguments, I will just back out.
I didn't lose any arguments, actually.
Yeah, that's it.
You lost the arguments.
Why
Yeah.
so aggressive?
Trevor, dog you. Trevor,
Why are so aggressive?
That's true.
For no
You
reason?
guys know that's it. If that's better for your self-esteem, then that's it. I
Monsieur,
Why you always?
Monsieur, relax. Because I will come for your love. Relax.
dog, that was
You will come for us, G? Whoa, bro.
Harry.
That really power them kind of things. That, no, I don't power them kind of things.
No.
Dog, I cried.
Wait, I'm not trying to get asthma tonight. So cool.
Alright, sorry. I will come on that. That jokes to me because I know what asthma is like. So I'm done.
Oh, bro.
They really, dog. I don't know why I'm such a good friend, dog.
Let me explain why.
Please.
Every friend group needs.
Nah, I don't need your explanations. I with your garbage.
Oh, listen, you are good friend, G,
Nah, I don't
because
need
you
to
have
listen.
no girl. If you had
I
a
didn't
girl
need to
out here,
listen.
you would have treated us like trash, though.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
right. Dog, you're
You'd
right.
have be like busy and shit all the time. You have nothing to do.
That's
You have
true.
to ditch your partners
You're
just
right.
for you to watch your girl in the eye and tell her you love her every day.
Dog, you're so
Boy,
right.
you? Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Fuck, boy.
Like, if I had a girl, I'd have just cast you on this side, dog. I'd have stepped on
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
Nah,
you.
you're right.
You're
You're
That's
right.
real. No, that's real. That is real
Nah.
simp. That is real simp movements, though.
Not
Yeah,
just simp
facts.
movements, dog. When you're
Facts.
freaking out over your ex, you wasn't saying that.
I don't know, but
Whoa.
I don't know, but
Whoa.
that was in the past. That was in the past,
Whoa.
guys.
Nah,
That's
It
the
was in the
past.
past. You're right. You simp.
You
Shut
It
your
was.
mouth.
like
I
yeah,
was
said that though.
no, but if you really
What
think
does
of,
that
if you really
mean?
think about it, though, everyone has been a simp.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
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 Yes, bro.
Nope.
Just
Yes.
you, bro.
Dog.
Just you.
Dara,
Dog,
come on,
I
back
am
me
an
up. Dara, back me up.
anti-feminist.
Dara, back
Back
me
you
up.
up, dog. You have no backup. You
Dara,
have no backup.
Dara, back me up.
Nah, bro,
Leave
your
right
phone
now.
full dog. You had luck. You ain't got no backup.
Leave.
Son.
Everyone.
I'm to your wife there, my G.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I
Is it?
thought.
I can admit to trusting more than I should.
But you
Yeah.
wasn't a simp like doing, doggy.
That's not sim, bro. That's not being a sim, bro.
Everyone has been a simp, bro. I'll stand by that, dog.
Nah, nope. You can stand by what you want. Your legs will break.
Probably not you, Brandon. Yeah.
Dog, you can stand by a precipice, bro.
Yeah, you can stand by what you want, dog. You're wrong.
What?
I really know.
Like
Stand by a
It's
precipice.
fact.
one.
It's fact. You're
And
probably
Sherwin
not to
have no
admit it,
points.
dog, but it's fact.
It's not.
Alright. No, it's
Dog,
not.
that's even less than fiction, doggy. That is that's just shit.
Fact.
When you say trust a girl more than you should, what does that mean?
Yeah, change the topic, you simp.
Like
No, I'm still on the topic. I just want to try to
ignoring
understand.
seeing the red flags and being nah, it'll be fine.
Simp
You're
activity.
really wild for that one.
That's simp activity.
No, it's not. You're just trying to justify your simp behavior.
I'm not. Okay, Ari, dog. Ari, okay, fine. Fine.
Whoa.
Fine.
Whoa. Whoa. Dog, you just took that L, MIG?
No, I
yeah,
go take
stood
the.
up.
I go take the L. I go take that L. Dog.
Oh, shit.
I go take
Oh,
the L.
shit.
Because
Alright,
I was a simp.
niggas.
I was a simp before, dog.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, dog.
Pretty sure
Hey,
you still be a simp
man.
now.
Yeah, but I'm.
This nigga just, my killer just threw in the towel, boy. Damn, son.
How you mean, dog? But it was before, bro. But now I'm a sick man. I had to be.
Oh, he's a sick man now.
Yeah, I'm a sick man now, dog.
A sick man sitting in the front row taking videos. I like, yeah.
Ooh,
All right,
What? Wait, that was you. You lose me there.
Oh,
I didn't get down.
yeah, you're gonna never get it, dog.
oh, that's painful, bro.
Yep.
I don't get it, dog.
I don't
Oh
see
no,
It's
damn.
okay though. It's okay though. Like, you just have to accept people for who they are, dog. And if you're the number one simp, dog, I can just accept that as you.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm completely lost.
It's okay, dog.
You're not
It's
even
okay.
throwing shade or darkness anymore. It's just
Yeah, the fella just
Like,
just
that like
short-
Meliodas level of that stuff. Like that ain't shit anymore.
amateur hustle type shit. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on.
What are we moving to?
I don't know, look, doing that is other topics, but he's down and out.
Dog, where you destroyed him an entire career.
Alright, well, let's move on, dog. Okay,
To where?
so yeah, to Daryl and his point earlier about
Boy.
trusting more than he should. You can
Boy, Brandon Egg will sleep well unless he destroy everybody tonight.
Boy, I tell you that.
Hey, Sharon, shut your mouth, dog. I was nice, I was calm, but you're come for me, though. Relax.
Are you going for me? I was.
I didn't come for you, dog. You made a point earlier, dog. I just asked you to explain.
Okay, so right.
You say you were
right,
ignoring the red flags,
I'm
dog.
still talking about
Yeah.
coming to Philly, dog.
It's early. Killer come to
Guys, you come
kill.
back there doing? Dog stay on the floor. Anyway,
So now, anyway, my question is here.
yeah,
Killer come to kill. Dog.
Circle out to me, my
that.
question, man.
Why else doing my killer that dog?
How I? Is you trying to hear the question, girl?
I already know.
You know, so Daryl said earlier that he saw the red flags. Wow, what? Oh. He saw the red flags and he was ignoring it, right? You know, based on the idea that maybe the person could change, maybe they could improve, maybe there was like a better future ahead. But like honestly, dog, do you think that's part of every relationship, dog? Like just the optimism in waiting for a change?
Nah,
like what's your thoughts on that, dog?
It's not a part of every relationship because since then my worldview has been quite the opposite. Okay,
Now, like we understand that you're full of
I've
trauma.
become
Like,
a very pessimistic person when it comes to relationships because right now
Cynical is your word, bro. Cynical.
I'm expecting people to just mess up and just
that's cynical.
to move because I'm expecting it's not like I'm not even looking for the red flags, you know.
Like you're just expecting it.
Yeah, expecting it at this point.
okay.
Yeah, it's like how long will it take before you screw up or you give me a reason to be like, you know what,
I said that same thing in the first episode.
You said in this episode. Yeah, in the previous
episode. And then you started talking about experience and all that crap.
No, that was in episode 1. Experience was episode 1.
Yeah, the lost episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gone forever.
No one will never find.
That's crazy. But yeah, so I kind of agree with you on that. But like, what about Trevor and doing though?
What?
Like, do you think that's part of a relationship? Like the optimism that even though the person screws up once, like they might better themselves.
From time you squeeze up, I go talk to you on it. Like, sometime you squeeze up, sometime I send something, I go talk to you on it.
Yeah, if the tracker's not aligning, guy, just move.
If you keep doing it, then I go have to make a move.
That's exactly what I did.
Really?
I'm lost.
Carry on.
Well, basically, there was a recurring problem that I think I was quite clear about, and I didn't see any progress. So,
okay,
just
my tolerance level just
touched bottom.
Yeah, and I told her, you know, like for me, there's one thing where like you don't want to be there, and they have another point where you just cannot continue. That's the point I got to.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me, there's a fundamental difference in that.
It was more stressful to be in a relationship than to think of
trying to fix it. I literally had no energy to continue. Like I wouldn't tolerate anything more anymore. Like I had no more patience. I had no more I just had no more energy. I'm like, you know what?
You're burnt out.
That
Burnout.
Yeah. So it don't matter how good she came across after that. The point I just can't do it. I don't. There's no amount of love you can give me now that will give me back that energy, bro. You took it. I don't have no more energy to continue.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so it's not like I don't love you anymore, or I hate you now, or I want to be in a relationship. No, I just don't have the energy to continue, right?
To sustain.
Yeah, right. So some people go cope with it differently, so they go start drinking or sleeping around or kill themselves. But I'm like, wait, just now. I literally sat down a day and I was like, just now, why am I like this? What's new? Oh, she is. Oh, I just cut that dog.
Wow. Wow.
I just cut that dog, German 2020. I just cut that dog.
I don't mind me.
I put that on my status now.
Oi, our doggy. That's too fresh.
Too
Do that,
fresh.
man.
That's too fresh.
Oh, fellas,
Yeah,
go take that
it's
the
too
wrong
fresh.
way.
Oh, Ari.
Yeah.
Let's go take that the wrong way.
Ari.
Facts.
Yeah.
I cut
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that. If
I will
fellas go
come.
take that.
I
the
will
wrong way.
come. I will come.
Oh, yeah. They go take it
Them,
wrong. Got you.
them fellas.
But
Yeah, man.
I mean, well, alright. I think I understand.
But like, you
But
still didn't answer my question though, because you said there was a problem, and you've spoken to her about it. You were clear about it. Does that mean that you were optimistic and that you thought she was going to change? You were waiting for a change.
But if you're not seeing changes, dog, like, what do you mean?
But
Being
Yeah,
optimistic.
but like-
But if you're not
were
seeing,
you
like,
no,
you
but were
talk
you
already,
expecting?
you still
His question was, were you expecting it?
okay.
Yeah. Like, were you looking forward to a change? Did you expect her behavior to change? Did you expect her, I don't know,
To just keep doing the same
her
ones.
focus to change, the way she approached the issue? Like, what did you expect?
Well,
Were you optimistic in looking forward to it?
Well, for me, that is I do consider that to be like a factor or even anything somebody should follow. But for me, in my experience, I didn't really look at her. Like, my focus was like on me, and
Your purpose.
What you
yeah,
need.
like bro, like how patient are you now? You know, how healthy are you now? Are you projecting any of your past experiences onto her? You know, are you asking for too much? And like, that's basically where what I was focusing on, me. And you know, I would feel a certain way and ask myself, is that feeling justifiable? If it is, then I raise it as a concern. If it's not, then I just figure it out on my own. But like, what I realized is that the moment I put an expectation on her, that's the moment the relationship will just start to go down. Like, my G, taking too long to improve on that. Like, yo, ever since, my G, like, you check.
Okay.
Right. But what started to happen is when she started to put expectations on me, I felt like, but
I asked you to do something and you what happened?
right. And that's what used to eat my soul, logging.
Like what?
That's what used to eat my soul.
Like what you want is being ignored. But
Right. And that is how I felt, because my principle is equity, bro. You set a standard for me. You want me to respect it. You want me to be consistent about it. I expect this.
Yeah.
You want progress now? Yeah, I want progress now too. You check it, and for me, that is what created the issue. If she didn't expect anything, it would be much easier, because I don't expect anything either. I was working on me. I was focusing on me. But the moment it was like, yo, you're not doing that enough, or you need to work on that, or you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, wait, but just now, you withdrawing so much from the account, but where's your deposit though? So it goes to the point where, dog, man, I have to file bankruptcy, dog. Yeah, again, you shit again.
Okay.
I go leave my savings for the next relationship. You're on shit.
Okay. Fair play.
You check that, and that's just my perspective on it. So I didn't really expect nothing per se, because the last time that was just, I think it was just too unrealistic to basically put by expecting so much from somebody, you literally putting them in the place where God's supposed to be. Like,
right.
You're putting them on a pedestal that only God can be there consistently, if you understand. And yeah, man, that just created discontent in the relationship, guy.
Man will.
So you just have to love more and expect less.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. That's just fire.
That's good, dog. I'll give you that.
Fire, bro. But yeah, that's my take.
Harry, what y'all think? You'll agree?
For the most part, I think so. I'm trying.
You're trying to agree?
I remember being where you are right now, You're not pretty.
You're really out in relationships, you know. That's wild.
You should get into
Yep.
one. You must try one, Brandon.
Nah.
Nah, boy, Brandon, go quit early, boy.
I actually wouldn't, but like,
You walk
yeah,
into the
you
house.
projecting
don't
your
quit early,
negativity.
Nope.
I get it.
No.
No, you go quit early. Trust me.
Depends on the girl.
Serious. Nah, you go quit early. You go be like, wait, just now. All the hype.
And that's
That. Oh, wow. Dog, I go stick to my game now. Shit that.
So should I be the podcast?
Dog, I really
No, look, I feel like
Nah,
love that
dog.
stereotype, dog.
Hey, dog, I will give you stereotype until you die, G. Right? That is my fault. You
Yeah.
have to prove me wrong, and until then you go get the jokes, right? So be like, boy, what? Spend $300 on that girl. Need to get like a thanks a hug. Shit, I should improve my graphics card, doggy. Shit.
I like that. I like that.
You check.
So
So
basically, I'm a dead. I stand. Alright,
yeah.
that's cool. Like I have no concept or idea what a relationship's supposed to be like. Alright, dog.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That
No,
you spot.
no, stand up, Jack. You have to stand up, my G.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Spot on, G. Spot on. You have,
Prove,
you have to-
prove the beast wrong.
the beast.
Yeah, prove the beast wrong.
Yeah, G. Prove me wrong, G.
Nah, bro. It's cool.
There.
Yo, man.
I
You
see,
sure, G?
I see King and Queen
Yep.
still in the chat there. Yeah.
Big up King and Queen.
Yo, just this YouTube channel you have to tell you big up. No one mess up here.
That's Adisa? Shit, I didn't know that. I did that?
I didn't. I do not recall me personally dissing YouTube.
Not dissing
channels,
her, bro,
except
but I think she's a
having
couple.
YouTube couples, having a channel as a couple, it shouldn't be a goal for a relationship.
Facts.
That was where I was coming from.
Harry.
Facts.
No machine.
Now women ain't shit, bro.
She said she's playing. Oh yeah, that's how you're supposed to listen to a podcast. She said she's playing game and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, that's what podcasts are supposed
That's
to
how
be.
you have to
Background
listen
noise.
to it.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. It's just supposed
Background
to be
entertainment.
you're just supposed to be cooling out. You know.
Facts.
And you laugh when people say dumb shit, girl.
Raw sauce, no ketchup. You also the new Batman trailer teaser.
They have a new Batman.
A teaser.
Oh,
They were showing off the.
the one
That's
with
what I never like Batman.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. What's his name? The Fury.
The
Fury
what?
Vampire.
I think so. Just now. Let me check. What Trevor said he never liked Batman. You can see down as a fraudy. How can you
Yeah,
not-
sorry.
How can you not like Batman?
Batman overrated, to be honest.
Thank you. Wow.
He's not. Bro.
Brandon
How-
and I agree on something.
How is
Damn.
he overrated?
How is he not
Damn.
overrated?
Damn.
Batman
Wow.
versus Superman, dog. That entire title is overrated,
There you
dog.
Yeah, exactly. Because
No, but-
it basically. Okay. You have to think of it this way: the mythology, and the inspiration behind the heroes. Superman is supposed to represent a savior, an all-powerful savior from another planet.
Dog, so sacrilegious,
And-
though.
And exactly, and Batman is a
what does
normal guy
sacrilegious mean?
who has money and stuff.
What? No, sacrilegious is like
Making fun of something that is
Oh,
secret.
okay.
yeah, right. That's it. Yeah.
Making commonplace what is holy or something. Something like that, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find that that's
Right.
everything movies are work nowadays. This sacrilegious thing.
Facts.
I instantly think of when Spider-Man was stopping the train.
Yes, he was trying to save people. That's all.
It was there like the cross, like he was like that was like the cross.
Because his arms were
Well,
open.
no, that's for me. That's taking it a stretch because Jesus wasn't the only person crucified. Okay,
Okay, fair play.
so
He was the only
It-
person that saved people by
But he was saving people, like
crucifixion.
yeah, like he was saving people on the train.
that we have a record of. I don't know, cause like, oh, Rome was a very weird, political, ridiculous place. All right, so I can't put it beyond them to kill a man to save a bunch of people. I can't put it beyond them because nonsense like that happening now. The world is corrupt. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like to save the world. Yeah.
I don't think so, dog. Like, to me, there's nothing wrong with like the whole saving the world thing, dog. It's like when you put the person above the entire human race as quote unquote a savior, like a savior of mankind. I
Right.
think that's when it becomes sacrilegious.
Okay.
Because them time
Yeah, y'all should watch Battlefield Hollywood.
Battlefield of Hollywood.
Like, yeah.
That's a film or what is that?
Documentary, I guess.
it's
So
not
it
just
kind
a
of
film.
exactly what I just said. Like it's just showing you all the major shows and why they sacrilegious.
Send a link in the podcast secret chat.
The secret chat.
It's a secret, but it's only people on the podcast can see that chat.
It's not a secret anymore now, is it?
But they cannot see what's in the chat though, so it's a secret.
But they know it's there.
But not because they know it's there. Okay.
Exactly. Area 51 is a secret, bro. But everybody knows where it is.
True.
Exactly.
But they don't. No one.
That's
Missing your other thing.
just,
Kind of strange, dog.
Area 51 is not a secret.
What is strange?
Area 51.
Nah, I don't think it's strange.
all of these distractions, as far as I'm concerned.
Distracting us from what?
That's the question.
You see now.
My belief is Area 51 is filled with like
Regans.
All the
like
experiments that
advanced
failed.
secrets.
Advanced secrets.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by that?
All the things they will already for you, basically.
Yeah, like the shit we would see in movie and be like, what? That possible.
I feel so.
I feel like that what they have.
They have like I still
They have aliens. That's crap.
Like what?
They say they have aliens, but I believe that's crap.
Oh, I feel like aliens though.
Yeah, because them man gonna be able to trap an angel and cool out there and just watch that. Yeah, man.
Facts.
Bruh.
My algo is coming and all that, man.
Or a being from another universe will come to Earth and cool out and let them and catch it. Yeah, sure. That makes
Maybe they kill it.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like you could hold that Ludo shell. Then do nothing.
Why dog?
That makes no sense.
That's crazy.
Oh, dog, I had a topic to bring up, dog.
magic.
Wait, the Samsung flip thing.
Wow.
Wow.
After she's already one topic, I
No,
want
go ahead,
to
go ahead, bro.
that.
Go ahead, bro.
Like,
Nah, never mind,
disrespectful.
bro.
Big time. We're any topic, dog.
You're really out here disrespect.
Facts.
No ketchup.
What? Brian, what's the
Facts,
topic,
no
dog?
ketchup.
Yeah, facts. No.
It's a reference to the big shark thing, but never mind that.
The big shark.
That's what you were saying,
Wow.
that in the ketchup thing.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, dog, ignoring that, so I was in class the other day, and I was, actually paying attention. Couple of weeks
Wow.
ago.
You do that, bro?
So, yeah, it's crazy. You should try it. Dog, so the lecturer was talking about, and y'all know her, but she was talking about Greek mythology, and I think you already know who.
I know.
But like, I know, I said that. So she was saying how Greek mythology has like a lot of similarities to Bible stories,
Mm-hmm.
but there are a lot of cultural differences. For example, in Greece, you had the people who believed that everything, well, most things were attributed to a god. So there was a god of death, and then there was a god of fertility, and the god of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the god of
And
roses, and the god of songs, and the god of cloth, and the god of travel. Yeah, my bad.
anyway, moving on. And so, yeah, so there was a god for everything. And those same stories
God of these
in the
nuts.
Bible can be found in Greek mythology, right? So I
Yeah.
just wanted to know what y'all thought. Like, is it a case where it's the same stories, just with a different cultural twist,
I
or
Right.
is it completely different?
I have heard that, and what I cannot say didn't happen is that the if you remember how they portrayed the Messiah and what the Messiah would do, what the Israelites thought the Messiah would do, that seems very Greco-Roman. You come and
Okay.
take the Romans and throw them out.
Right.
So the expectations of what the Messiah would do, that was not Jewish. That was
Yeah.
not Jewish,
Right.
because that was not what the Messiah was supposed to come to do.
Right.
But because of their socialization with and their being schooled in and all of that with the Grecian, the Greco-Roman culture and all of this, it resulted in them believing that this is what the Messiah was supposed to do and this is how he was supposed
Right.
to do. So on that front, yeah, up to there, yeah. Do I believe that the story of Jesus coming and dying on the cross? Nah, I do not believe that. No, just not. I do not believe that is part of that narration is tainted by the Grecian mythology.
Well, the Bible puts it this way, though, that, Paul was arguing in 1 Corinthians 1 that the Greeks considered the gospel to be something foolish. And why would they consider it to be foolish? Because how they understand their gods would be strange to hear the story of God dying. Like, that makes no sense. God cannot die.
But
Like, it's like
as if in their
It would have made
mythology,
more sense for a non-man that God.
yeah, because you see, the thing is, like, they understand, like, okay, if you suffer, it is because, well, I know, like, the God of something punish you. But to hear, like, the whole world in sin and God decide to come and die, that, like, of course, the Greeks go consider that foolishness, right? I believe these stories carried similarities for more than one reason. First of all, I believe in the context of the whole Greek controversy motive, that it is like a smoke screen for, like, the enemy to just blur the lines. Like, my G, there's no difference between Christianity and anything else, and any other, any other religion or school of thought. Like, there's no difference, right? So I think it's to blur out the peculiarity of the Christian faith. I also feel that, don't forget that civilization was once upon a time central, and how they portray the earlier stories would come across differently in different cultures. So I believe that they all, in some sense, were connected to some of the same stories, but as time went by, the story would become more and more embellished by cultural bias and as a result, you would find marked differences to the stories, but yet fundamental similarities with the stories. You understand? I feel that is basically what happened. So you'd go all around the world and you will find some, like, okay, take for example, think about it, me say Naruto.
Oh,
Dog, Naruto is the story of Adam and Eve.
What?
but like,
think about
that's
it.
True, that's true. Okay.
We're
But, like,
talking
not
about that,
really,
right?
though.
There's the divine tree. A woman comes and eats from the tree.
From it.
Mm.
Like of all the things anime could think of, you developing something like that.
And after she ate from the tree, chakra spread. What came into the world after she ate?
Dog, he was fighting.
Wow, though, that's crazy.
I mean, nah, though.
But I
You're
tell you,
missing
that's
that.
that's
You're
the
kind
whole.
of inaccurate there.
Well,
But
something
anyway.
so.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the story of Naruto. Like, you say, like, wars came. I mean, yeah, to the world, yeah. But, like, wars were there, though. Like, it's
Oh yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah.
But anyway,
that was-
I get your point.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, in a sense, yes. In a sense, no. I think that the whole Kaguya thing was an attempt to end the series. So they just use an idea and build on that. Because if you really look at it, dog, there was no way the show was leaning to that direction at all. Like, that was literally that last arc. That's literally the only time that made sense. Other than that, dog, Kaguya had no place to fit in that entire story at all.
They wanted a way to finish, and
Say that again, Daryl.
they wanted a way to
breaking
finish
it
the
there.
series and possibly make something else.
Oh, okay. Boruto.
Yeah, basically.
Wow, dog. Them is a comedy anime. That does eat my time, yeah. That's the only.
I can't remember the last time I watched anime.
Yeah, it is swallow my time. I'm trying to invest. Trying to make money. Money.
Anyway,
But yeah. She's I would say you have a really good lecturer. She's really good at what she does.
dog, you breaking up.
I said you have a really good lecturer. She's good at what she does.
Yeah, you're still breaking up. But yeah, I get what you're saying. She is, like, she's really cool. She has y'all hype up the woman too much.
What?
But she's really cool. Y'all hype up
We're talking about that.
Guess.
the lecturer guy.
Oh, which lecture? My internet was freaking out for a time there.
Greek mythology
She does
at the
hunt.
academy.
She does hunt.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think I was just saying, like, a lot of superstitions have ties to it, and I think if I do some more research, I could come up with some more stuff. But another idea that comes to mind is the 7 deadly sins. Dog, the title itself is biblical.
True.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's also mythological. You have the whole idea of King Arthur, and then you have Merlin, and the 7 deadly sins, which is also the basis of the DC superhero Shazam. So,
but it also has the war between angels and demons, and there are literally 4 archangels, and one of them literally have 4 faces. Like, that's biblical descriptions, my G. Where they get that information from?
Damn, okay, yeah, you have me there.
You get what I say? Like,
That's crazy.
what? Yeah, that I try and show you. Like, you could see the goddesses themselves. It's not just 2 wings; it's 4 wings. The fairies alone have 2 wings.
That's true.
Where they get all them description from? Do they read the Bible to develop something like that? Or is it possible that a lot of the same descriptions from the Bible have been carried through in other different religions and schools of thought? That might be wrong.
I believe both apply. And another thing I just remember as you said that, I remember you remember Lincoln. I remember he was talking to us a few years ago. And it's crazy how it can still be applied now. He was talking to us a few years ago and he was saying how um a lot of the shows and movies these days are written and portrayed in a way to make us side for what's wrong.
To make us what side?
And if you really to put us on the side of what's wrong.
I don't know.
Because when you look
to simplify
when you look at
it, basically.
When you look at it, who are the main characters?
The show Lucifer, for example.
Right. Okay.
Who are the villains? Well,
that's true. The Ten Commandments
are not demons, but the 10 Commandments are the demons. The villains.
7 deadly.
So that's what you're saying. A lot of the shows make us side for what's wrong. Look at Netflix, dog. Netflix literally has a show called Lucifer.
Yep.
What? And if you look at the Joker,
and
movie.
if you watch, I can tell from experience because I watched the show.
Wow.
If you watch the show, if you watch the show and you know nothing about, or you know very little about the whole heaven, Satan, Lucifer, you are going to root for Lucifer.
Wow.
And you are going to believe the stories and the subplots that they put in, that Lucifer was sent to hell to manage hell, to punish the wicked.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, so if you don't know, so people who just know a little bit or just in passing heard something about God and know that the Christians say Satan is the bad guy and they watch the show, they're like, well, I don't see how he's the bad guy, because they really make him out to be the victim.
Really?
Yeah.
It happens all the time. And
it happens in all the
ignore
shows.
it, we ignore it, but yeah.
Listen, some time ago, somebody, I can't remember who it was, said that the devil is doing, that the church used to be doing outreach and not evangelizing, but like advertising. But now it's not the church doing advertising. The devil is doing all the advertising, and we in the back playing catch up because we're using the same method.
In your mic or something?
No, we're using the same method that we used, I don't know, a couple of 100 years ago. Meanwhile, the devil has evolved his way.
Right.
And we still stuck back, giving out tracts, having crusades. We haven't changed how we reach people.
Right.
Okay. So what do you think we can do to reach these people?
You see what we're doing right now? I think yeah, because listen, you'll be surprised how effective something you listen to passively is on your rationale and your behavior and all of this.
And that's actually why I have more sermons and books on my phone than songs, to be honest. That's
okay.
Yeah. Like I will be on a bus, I just don't feel like hearing music. I listen to something that will make me think, dog, and I just be digging ours by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why Trevon's today you mentioned that we should have a Friday night version of this podcast, which I love that idea.
Yeah,
it's something that I think we should actually do.
I was actually thinking about that. I wanted to run it
Maybe
by
it could be a totally different channel, or
yeah,
it could
different
just be
channel.
because it would be like two totally
Yeah,
different things.
yeah. I was thinking of a different. To be honest, I look forward to doing the podcast because they're like a free up thing. Like I can just speak my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the thing. I like the fact that it doesn't really have a format, like it's completely unplugged
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you can speak your mind.
you know.
and it's not like AY where you have like 30 minutes to talk.
Yeah, though, you can
Right.
go as like as long as whatever, and people can just clock in, clock out.
Nobody going to listen to it if we extend it for too long. Though.
Yeah, though, but you
You'd be
Like
don't
it has
have
to be
to.
surprised.
reasonable.
You don't have to. The thing I have in mind is like we can go. Like at the end of the day, y'all, if y'all want to, y'all can just highlight it, like just split your favorite parts and just put it up on the channel. Because it's not meant to, like you're not meant to like sit down and just listen. Like you're meant to be doing something while
Listen
you're
to the
Right.
listening.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Like you have it played in the background.
and you're just doing your vibe. You like
Yeah, but like I was saying,
king and queen.
yeah, fuck. But like I was saying, like it feeling, especially when you do it for so long, it feels more like a program, like a live program, not necessarily like a structured intro and whatever program,
Mhm.
but like a radio program where it go on
Oh
for like
yeah,
a couple
dog.
hours.
I wanted to talk about that.
About what?
Like, like the podcast be like a radio, like a radio thing.
You know, you're breaking up.
No, I said I wanted to talk about like the podcast being like a radio. Like you'll find it's like a radio kind of vibe. Yeah, you'll feel a radio vibe from.
But you're still breaking up. Kind of. I don't mind it, but
Okay,
yeah, kind of.
I check what you're saying. So you still want to have like, well, I mean, then again, it's up to you. Like, to be
Wow.
honest.
Oh, check the chat, guys. King and Queen. Well, she said two different things, but the most recent is problem is the church is too occupied with gossip and falling in the devil's stuff than outreach.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, she has a point. I mean, each church has its issues.
No, I don't think she's talking about each church. You know, what, the church in general.
Or like on a whole.
Yeah,
Okay, that's crazy.
because yeah, I get each church have their own, but it doesn't seem like you would think that all the different parts would make the church is strong, but it doesn't seem.
What?
Typical example. Why are people from different churches? Why do people from different churches feel that they're superior to others from the same denomination? Same denomination, just a different. You worship at a different place. You have a different place. But when you go to another church, either you're treated coldly or you treat them coldly. Why is that?
Okay.
Why is that a thing that exists?
Because we're all human.
I didn't hear you, Brandon.
He said because we are
all
humans.
humans.
All
Yeah,
humans. But
that's
I mean,
okay.
that still doesn't give.
So am I alien because when I go to another church, I just want to blend in and talk to everybody? Is that weird?
Nah, you're just an extrovert, dog. You just were.
Fuck.
Okay, I get that.
I don't know. Like I said to everybody, and I always say, but like you all will not know, cause Anyway, that's what it's
I just trying to see more than
dog. As long as differences exist in life,
somebody
will
really
never
them.
ever be equality. And I'm talking about here on Earth in the context of Earth and humanity. As long as differences exist, there will never be equality. Oh, my church has 2 flat screens. Yours doesn't. So obviously,
my church better.
Quote unquote, our church is better. Or
my church
our church has. What are you saying?
I said my church have fans. You'll have fans.
Yeah, my church have fans.
Okay,
You'll have to use the quarterly to fan yourself. My church must be better.
Stop for you're
It
gonna just
that dog.
shade
for
from
me,
RCM.
you say wow. you say that, and the text last night I was listening quite literally to the book of Matthew and Luke, and somewhere in there is the text about the beam. Take out the beam in your eye before you look at the speck. Take out the
Beam me,
speck in your
bro.
brother eye.
Wow.
Yeah. So it
Like after
brings
7.
right.
That's my
That's what came to mind, because hey, we right there you making my point. We focusing on the wrong shit.
Whoa.
We focusing on the wrong stuff. Or the
Yeah, that's fair,
TVs and the quarterlies. Like, this is the
Yeah,
wrong stuff.
it's true.
If somebody comes to my church and tell me I'd like to come to your church because all 1 o'clock you're trying to send people at the hall one, I can't fault them on that, because that's an actual thing that happens. All right.
Yeah.
But if I go to somebody's church and they say you don't have fans, like, really? Am I really paying it? What did I go to church for? To get fun or to listen to the word?
Yeah.
What's
It's
so?
I mean, like, we're talking about fans, bro.
Okay, I get this.
But it's
At the
kind of
back-
hot, bro.
at the back of that church, it's just hot dog. It's like they should have a no seating sign. That's what they should have, though.
I got the back and the front. It's just hot dog in the Caribbean. You should just have open churches, doggy. Like, no wall. It's a roof.
A
And
top
like
way.
a straw roof. And then 4 sticks at each end, well, at each corner, and you just walk in, bro. You take your mat, you sit down. The man standing on a stone, and then you just preaching, dog. Yeah, it's okay. We're on the beach. Everybody is sick communion. We sipping from coconut. Bro, that's crazy. That's
look,
church, bro.
look,
In the
King,
Caribbean.
look, King and Queen giving you heat in the chat, there, boy.
I read in the chat. What is it?
That's it.
What did she say?
If you all go to worship and glorify God, does it matter what the business?
Boy, you'll have a couple answers to you there.
With God, no matter.
But she has a point, you know.
Yeah.
It
I'm
should,
pretty
it,
sure that
it,
was
to
my
be honest,
point.
it should not matter.
Should not matter.
Yeah,
If
but
you go,
If your purpose is going to God and joy,
may say this between there.
we go call it up just now.
Alright.
let's wrap up. We
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel, but King and Queen raised some important issues there, though. I think I've heard that a lot. The fact that the building, the church doesn't really matter. It depends on your experience with God. I agree to that to an extent, because God's experience will take you to His truth, right? And based on the law of non-contradiction, you know that is right. I don't know what that is. Based on the law of non-contradiction, two contradicting views cannot be the truth.
Okay.
One has to
Makes
be the
sense.
truth. And we live in an environment where there are different churches that hold different views that are conflicting. And if God is a God of order and a pattern,
somebody wrong.
Yeah, somebody has to be wrong. So what I'm saying is that, yeah, it's true. We need to have an experience, and wherever you get it, good for you. But that experience should lead you in the right direction, right? So it's true. The building doesn't matter. It's true. The church doesn't matter. But God will lead you to His truth. And that's something that we always have to bear in mind, because we should not get to the point where we start to follow the feeling now instead of the truth itself. So wherever I get a higher experience, that is where God is. No, actually it's supposed to lead you to the point where you understand His truth.
So it does, to a point, it actually does matter what church you go to. So because it will give you a certain motivation, the right way God wants you to have that motivation. So Paul, for example, was headed completely in the wrong direction, persecuting Christians. And, he was turned away. He was turned over by God himself. But does that mean that Paul went back to doing what he was doing? No, he had to be led to the truth so that he understands this is where God wants him to be. You check it. So yeah, the experience is important, but it has to. There's always a means to an end. It must be able to lead you in the right direction. So I feel like that's something that a lot of people go through. Sometimes they come, they sit down, they're like, wow, boy, the church have no life. That can't be where God is. And they just move. And they just move. Now, in a sense, that's correct, because you're supposed to experience God for yourself. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you can't reject the truth that he established simply because your emotional needs not being met, and you call that a lack of spirituality. That shouldn't be the case. So I think there's a delicate balance that has to be struck there. Yeah.
All right.
Guys, we have to work on this Friday night podcast.
Yeah, I go think about channel.
Yeah, we still have to think about it and figure out the logistics.
Oh, well, Ari, we go talk about it in the group. Well, Ari, Trey said he was sleepy, so I think we'll just.
Oh, I have a question, Doggy. But I guess you can continue.
Ask the question, G.
Oh, Ari.
No. So I guess you'll head, and then you'll just give it thought, and we'll continue next week.
Okay. Dog, I'd bury that now, G. Ask that.
All right. So God made. There's a text that says, "We are all beautifully and wonderfully made," right?
Yeah.
But God made each of us unique with our own personalities, our own temperaments, and our own likes and dislikes. And because of the subjectivity of beauty, is it fair that each of us, with our own uniqueness, should be forced to like every single thing because God created it? If you understand.
Nah, we should not like every single thing.
Okay, because that will take away our ability to choose.
Yeah, it actually takes away our sense of individuality. If you realize the Bible itself is actually very dynamic. The Bible was written in such a way that it could meet different preferences. So there are some people that are led to accept God because they are impressed by the life of Christ. But there are some people that are led to accept God because of the the going through the lineages. Now you will read that and be like, what is that, dog? He be God. That they make no sense to you. But
some people will sit down there and understand.
Yeah, in the mind of an archaeologist, a historian, somebody that.
Wow! So this family continued from the beginning all the way down. Wow!
And that blows their mind, and that's what they like. That's their preference. That's what they like, and God is able to say, "Well, yeah, I know that's what you would like, and that's why it's there." You check. So I don't think we actually hardwired that we must like every single thing. I don't think it works that way at all. I think we have preferences, we have bias, we have different tastes. There are things that we will not like, and it doesn't.
We all have different experiences as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, God, because everything we have now is affected by sin, a lot of the things that's supposed to yield a certain amount of pleasure just cannot. You check it. So man go eat popcorn now and be like, nah, boy, that is GMO, boy, that is Satan. Some people go, you check it, because the popcorn we have now, Gasa, is not the kind of thing that God would probably set us up with. So you have to take that into account too. That sin has affected a lot of our experiences and even our ability to enjoy certain things. You have to understand that our eyes are trash, so we can barely actually comprehend the beauty of the things that God has actually made. Mm-hmm. So taking sin or factoring sin into our experience, you would realize it's actually impossible for you to like and enjoy every single thing that God has made. So I don't think God thought about it that way. And yeah, I think God more dynamic than that. So yeah,
Okay.
that's my
But
yeah.
in the context of heaven, though, like a sinless world, is everything beautiful because God says it's beautiful? Like, is it possible for God to say, okay, this is beautiful, and I say, well, I don't know, the one over there, you know, like,
well, I don't think he said everything will be.
Yeah, I guess you. But
yeah,
but I still don't feel that way because again,
everything being perfect doesn't mean everything will be beautiful to you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it works that way because for me, what I understand by that is, let's say, using the text that you gave, that means I should be attracted to every girl, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's actually the context I was using it for.
Yeah, I just realized that. That should like every girl, but that cannot happen, dog. And let's not even enter that argument because man, we talk about that how many times already.
Yeah, let's not talk about Derek though.
That light skin thing.
Wow, bro, Dovin, wow, bro, you go trigger me there.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there, guys. But yeah, I think God has created all these things with us in mind, and He is the one that gave us different tastes and different preferences for us to like things more than others. And I think that there will still be a borderline level of appreciation. Like, yeah, God, you blew my mind with that one. But we go like things. We go like some stuff more than
a little more. With that story over there. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Actually, I was along that same line. But alright, Dwayne, you want to wrap it up?
Ari, closing thoughts, guys.
Yeah, your man ain't shit, bro. Your man ain't shit at all.
Dog, after all that, dog, after dropping text upon text, and such profound explanation, dog.
You see, it's clear you were not here from the beginning, bro. Right? I told Dwayne very early that is my intro and that is my outro, dog. Your man ain't shit, bro.
He said that for sure.
Yeah. Alright, dog.
Alright, guys.
So from the beginning. I was busy, yeah.
We'll see you guys. Well, those who are currently watching, we'll see you guys next week around the same time.
Yep.
Trev, you'll be joining us next week.
Yeah, my G, the deep experience.
Yeah.
But alright, guys. So we go see that. Bye.
Yeah,
alright, guys.
Yeah.